Hi guys, this is Kanuj and from Canitech. Today we are going to do a brief review for the Corsair Carbide 400Q cabinet. It's a Carbide series cabinet and you can definitely use it for your gaming PC build. The cabinet is really robust in construction, so it's a really decent cabinet for a mid-range PC build. By mid-range I mean if you're going to use one single graphics card and you're gonna use a high-end processor like a Core i5 or a Core i7, then definitely you're going to need a decent case for housing all of that cool hardware stuff. So the new Corsair Carbide Series 400Q gives you a lot of options in terms of using hard disk and SSD in this PC case. You can in fact use 2 hard drives and 3 SSDs. There are a lot of options for cooling. You can include 3 120mm fans at the front, or you can use 2 140mm fans at the front. At the top also there is a grill. You can utilize two 140mm fans. At the rear there is a 120mm fan which is already included. At the front side of the cabinet there is a 140mm fan which is already included, so you can buy another 140mm fan to increase the airflow. Talking of the build quality and what you can house in this cabinet is you can definitely use a 80x size motherboard, and you can house a single graphics card easily. If you're planning to do a Crossfire, I would say it's not the ideal cabinet for you. It's smaller in size, and probably you will need a much bigger one like a half 912 or something different from the Corsair itself. So here we have the cabinet from the front side. You can see there's a front cover which is there. Usually what we see is a mesh out there, and then there are fans which are exposed, but this is a better design. We have got at the side of the cabinet there are air vents from which the fans can suck in air, and probably it has a benefit that the less amount of dust goes inside the cabinet with this kind of design. There is no front opening at the cabinet which reduces the amount of dust which goes inside the cabinet. Otherwise, when in other cabinets, when you have straight mounted fans and then there is a dust protector, then everything all the air and dust goes together, and then the entire cabinet becomes dust full of dust after some period of use. So every month or so you will have to clean it. But in this cabinet there is definitely an advantage that you will get less of dust inside this cabinet because of the design. Corsair has done a clever thing, and from the side vents it can pull in air, and from back it can throw out air. Definitely it's a good way of utilizing a cabinet without having too much of dust inside. Okay, it's very easy to open this cabinet. We have got modular screws at the back of the cabinet which you can simply rotate. You don't need a screwdriver to open the casing, and that is the best part with these modern cabinets, that you don't require anything other than just you can simply use your hands and open up the cabinet. Then you've also got a 140mm fan at the back, which is definitely a plus. You can it can suck out the entire hot air from your motherboard and graphics card easily. Okay, we have opened up the cabinet and you can see that there is a front 140mm fan, then there is a back 140mm fan, and there is a good space for you to install a power supply. It's a big space out there. You can add up a big power supply. Then there is a space for adding the motherboard. Then on the right side you can easily add up hard disk and SSDs. So there are other components which are given with it which will help you mount the SSD and hard disks. So it's entirely modular. You can remove those components and use as you want. Then we see that there is padding also which is used by Corsair in the cabinet. The padding is actually done on both the panels, removable panels. So it helps in reducing the noise from the fans, and you get a really quiet operation with this cabinet. Let's have a closer look at the cabinet cables and inside of the cabinet. It has got a fan here, 140mm fan. It's a rear fan. Okay, you can observe the padding which is there to suppress the noise of fans and other moving parts. You've got the front fan. It's a really decent build quality for the cabinet. cables are also sturdy, so they are not like cheap cables which you find in most of the cabinets. They're fairly covered, protected cables, and durable for long use. Top of the cabinet, there are USB ports. There are two USB ports. Then there is one microphone port, headphone jack. Then you have a hard disk on light there, and then you have a restart and a power on off button. So at the top also we can see there's a grill and a mesh. You can install two fans here, and definitely can improve the airflow from the top. And there is a cover also, if in case you are not using it for heavy production work, then probably you're not using it even for gaming or heavy work, then you can use the cover also to cover the upper grill to protect it from dust. So that's all guys from us here from Canditech, and here's a brief review for the Corsair Q400 Carbide series cabinet. Definitely a positive product from Corsair which you can buy for your gaming PC build.